This week on Know Your Pastor.
My name is Pastor Smith Kuhani, the lead pastor of the Lord Reigns Ministries. We're in Ruaka town, and I serve under the leadership of Apostle David Juma Life Church International, Nairobi. I got saved in 1994 when I was just completing my high school. I attended a weekend challenge, and apparently I got saved in the meeting. I was the only one who got saved in that meeting. It was very interesting. Then later on, I joined Redeemed Gospel Church, where I was for a few years before I went to the town branch. So that has been my journey. Yeah, I have this great testimony how God saved my life and redefined my ministry in 2011. On my way to Mombasa, I had, I rolled 7 times, and the photos on timeline and all that. And, it was a wreck. I just walked. The Lord sent 2 angels into the car, one on the left and another one on the right. They held me. When you look at the photos, you'll be able to see the crash was really, it should have been fatal. But the Lord just protected me. And as I walked out of that, of course, I was rushed to the hospital, and they checked everywhere, and there was no scratch. There was nothing. But when I was walking out of the hospital, the Lord told me, go and declare that I'm supernatural in the supernatural works of God. So all around my ministry, I talk about the supernatural God and the supernatural works of God. My salvation was quite dramatic because I began to have visions and, encounters with the Lord. And I would see dreams, I could see vision, and a lot of times I could see myself on the other side of the preacher. And the ministry began to be even clearer when I joined City Victory Temple, as I mentioned. And while there, I had a prophetic word from 3 different ministers that actually began to talk to me about ministry. And the last prophetic word came in 2003, but it took about 2003 up to 2009. That is when the call was very clear, and we launched the Lord Reigns Ministries. Leadership is about impact, impacting lives and impacting people. There can never be ministry, or there can never be a leadership without people. I believe it is John Maxwell who said, if you don't have people following you, you are only taking a walk. And, when you have the opportunity to touch lives, change lives, that becomes the fruit of ministry. And so for me, I love talking to people. I love ministering to people, telling them about God, telling them about the lifestyle of the kingdom. And it becomes a great thing when I see their lives being changed, even or formed according to the scriptures. Ministry has ups and downs, just like a coin. Every coin has 2 sides. Ministry has highs and it has lows. It includes betrayals in the ministry. There are people that as a pastor, I go out of my way to invest quite a lot. And when you just thought now they're settling in, that's when they tell you, we want to leave. But maybe another challenge that I would not want to leave out is the challenge of issues of modernization. Maybe let me call them the modern believer. The modern believer is affected by so much exposure to content out here on TV, media that is not very good. And so you find that the people, as much as you're preaching to them, you find that they are also have challenges because of exposure to the media, exposure to things that I would call vices, it becomes difficult to make them disciples, as it were. But you have to do a lot in terms of discipling, you have to do a lot in terms of preaching, and probably sometimes change the mode of reaching them for you to be able to have any desired change. Many people think being a pastor is all about mic. Research shows that the impact we do from the pulpit constitute maybe less than 30%. What I do, I love to role model the way I live, the way I talk to people, the way I interact with people, whether family, whether friends. I love to model Christ. I found that is easier, modeling Christ, then it becomes even not of a hassle when you begin to share with them the love of Christ, as in from the Bible point of view.
On Know Your Pastor.